everybody, and welcome to another video. Today I'm in my inherited shed on my new plot. I've given it a little tidy up and I've got a seat and a table and I've got my flask and my cup of tea. So we're all ready to go. Look like I've got something sticking out the top of my head there, I don't know what it is. Oh, it's those glasses I put there before. Well, it was blowing an absolute hoolie out there this morning. I went out on my bike and got blown all over the road, but it's calmed down a bit now and the sun did come out for a little while. So I thought I'd come down and see what was what. While I was away last week, we had really bad winds and I lost 2 panes of glass out of my greenhouse, but that's all fixed now. So good to go. The little plants in there are all tucked up nice with their fleece. So where I am situated on these allotments, just a little bit further down, we have a wooded area and there's quite a lot of trees there, oak trees, which are nice, but they're not maintained properly, and from time to time we get big branches coming down. And so I'm a bit dubious about coming up here when it's windy weather, in case I happen to be underneath when one of the branches comes down. But a couple of years ago now, my partner Al, who's got the plot next but one to mine, so his plot is actually next to the woods, a whole tree came down one winter and went right through his shed, smashed it to pieces. And what was worrying even more was the chair that he normally sits in. One of the branches actually went through the chair and came out the other side. So it doesn't even bear thinking about if he'd been sat in that chair, what would have happened. And we're always trying to get onto the council to maintain these trees a bit better. We don't want them cut down, just maintained a bit better and the dead bits cut off and whatnot. But I'll take you for a walk down there a bit later and we'll have a look at the woods and what goes on down there. But just for the moment I'm going to sit here and enjoy my cup of tea. Okay, so before we walk down to the wooded area, I just thought I'd give you a little rundown of what's been happening on the plot. This is my view outside the shed. This is where the shed came down. If you've watched my previous video, you'll see that we took this shed down that was completely rotten and we burnt it. I've had some manure, somebody gave me some manure, so that's ready to go down, and there's some more manure there. And the compost heaps, I've built 2 up to now. Maybe I'll build another one, but for the winter I don't think there's much going in there, so 2 will do for now. And I made a start on my rotary, which is all the prunings from the fruit trees I've put here, and I've planted my blackberries up against that fence as well, and hopefully they're strong enough to sort of poke their way through the twigs and the branches and the logs that are there. And we've put some big logs there. I'm in the process of taking that fence down, so I'll have to bring it bolt down next time I come to do that. This is what's waiting to be chopped up for the next stage of my rotary. Logs and wood, rotten wood, some branches. But I've noticed we had torrential rainfall this morning, and I've noticed that the path here is just swimming in water. So what I'm going to have to do is lift the flags, build the level up a bit more, and then relay the flags at a bit of a higher level, and hopefully that will cure it. So that's what I've done up to now. It doesn't look much, but it's been hard work. I've just put some chippings down and made a start on moving my pots down there, a little bit of a holding area there for my pots and things. And then that's the view up towards my original plot. But the weather's been so horrible, it's just so damp and wet. You can't really do anything, it's a little pond. I have put some stones in towards the edge there, so I'm hoping any creatures will find their way out. Hopefully I'll have some frog spawn in there in the not too distant future. I think there was frog spawn in there last year if I remember. So, and then that's inside my shed. Just carry on walking all through my top end plot. Keep picking this up, and it just keeps falling down again. Here we are, this bit's a bit waterlogged as well. And here, again, waterlogged. Path needs raising up, I think. And then just come to the top, and that's the top of the allotment, so there's two more on the left and another one on the right. And then this is half a plot, and then that's the other half of that plot. And then we walk down the path here, and there's another plot here, this is plot 6, and that goes all the way down to the bottom. Right is plot 7, which is my Coronet Owls plot, and again that's a full plot, so it goes all the way down to the bottom. Quite big, and you see he's got all the trees here right next to his plot, and in the summer it's a pain because the leaves, he doesn't get any sunlight until after lunchtime as the sun moves round, because the sun starts over there in the morning and sort of moves round that way during the course of the day, so it doesn't get onto his plot because of the trees here in leaf until about lunchtime or shortly after. So he's got most of his beds on the right hand side to make the most of the sun when we get any sun, and this plot on the left is just half a plot. And then going down here is the other half of that plot. And then here's the car park. And there's about another 30 plots down the bottom. We'll do a tour down there one day. Oh, there's somebody in the woods, never mind. Oh gosh, it's starting to rain now. So we've had another load of wood chip delivered. Got plenty there to keep us going. So this is the wooded area. You can see how tall and big these trees are. I'm sure there's lots of wildlife that live here. Look how tall they are. They do need maintaining because that tree especially has got all the branches on one side and it looks a bit top heavy. And then this is an area where we have manure delivered, but it's quite fresh, so we just leave it under the tarpaulin, and hopefully by the spring it'll be lovely and rotted and ready to use. And then over here we have the actual wooded area. Plenty of places here for the creatures to hide away. And it extends right down that way there. And that's our pile of chippings, which somebody's busy throwing. There's a stretching out a little bit onto the car park. So we're just moving them up. It gets a bit over enthusiastic, I think, the tree surgeon. Sometimes, of course. So that's it, that's the wooded area. Look at those trees before from my plot. See them rocking and rolling. That one looks like it's about to come down. Whoa. That's it for today. I've just moved some more pots down to the holding area down there, and I've just, this was like a bit of a raised bed. As you can see, it's just full of bindweed and couch grass. So I'm digging this out and filling this trench here with the compost that's coming out, but it's just so wet, can't really do much more. Right, I think that's it for today. I'm off home with a cup of tea and a biscuit. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you again soon.